I don't know how I feel about how I look. I'm trying out red lipstick again. I've tried out red lipstick about 1,000 times and don't think it suits me. Let me know. Not what this video is about. Hi everyone, so today's video is not going to be travel, it's not going to be fashion, it's going to be about a festival slash holiday here in China. As you can see from the title, it's the Mooncake Festival. So the Mooncake Festival happens once a year for 3 days, I believe, and as you may be able to guess, they celebrate with mooncakes. If you don't know what mooncakes are, then keep watching. I will show you and taste test some of the mooncakes I have. But first I want to talk a little bit about the history of mooncakes. Now I will put a disclaimer here. I do not know that my information is 100% accurate. I do not know that it is perfect for every single place in China. I have had a look at a few sources and I've also spoken to a few people that I know from China. I think I'm okay, but please do not come for me if it's not. But if you do have different traditions in China or other East Asian countries, please let me know. I would love to learn about them. The Mooncake Festival dates back as long as 3,000 years, so imagine what's happened in that time. They were eating mooncakes back then, and for a long time they were used as a sacrifice in the Mid-Autumn Festival in the Tang Dynasty. The Mid-Autumn Festival is also the other commonly known name of the Mooncake Festival. So the Mooncake Festival really started to gain popularity when it became popular in the royal palace in the late Yuan Dynasty. In 1271 to 1368 AD. I have my notes here and I'm not going to be able to read that. As you may be aware, it's now very, very common for everyone to eat mooncakes at this time of year. In recent years, the mooncakes have become more and more elaborate with beautiful designs. I have seen so many with beautiful floral, colourful designs, and they even sell for very, very high prices. Some mooncakes can sell for tens of thousands of RMB. And to put that into a little bit of perspective, £1 is 10 RMB. So 10,000 RMB is £1,000. So imagine these mooncakes, and you'll see in a minute when I show you them, they're around this big, and you usually, from what I have seen, get around 8 to 10 in a box. So you're paying £100 per mooncake, which is absolutely insane, but people do. I had a look on my Chinese app Taobao, which is sort of like a Chinese eBay, and I found one for the price of 2,580 RMB, which will not be the most expensive you can get. So put that into pounds, and that's around £258 for one box of mooncakes. There isn't just one type of mooncake, so depending on which country you're in, which part of China you're in, there are different types that you will generally find around that area. So in mainland China, you generally find 4 types of traditional mooncakes. The first being the Beijing style, the ones I will be trying. The second being Cantonese style, which is down south. Third being Suzhou style. And third being Chaoshan style. And they vary in flavours from sweet to salty. So since I'm obviously in Beijing, I'm going to be talking about the sweet ones because those are the ones that I have received. For the Beijing style mooncakes, they tend to be sweet. Fillings usually include nuts or sweet bean paste. Red bean paste is also sweet bean paste, and I do not like either of those fillings. Typical, right? So it's safe to say the first time I tried mooncakes, I was not overly keen on them. But they do all sorts of flavours. You'll see some of the ones that I have, I don't think any of them are sweet bean or nut flavoured. But they do so many different kinds of flavours now, and the designs here tend to be very, very elaborate. They focus on the exterior as well as the interior. And something weird that I found when I was researching on a few different websites, they all seem to say that for the Beijing style mooncakes, their ratio of crust to filling tends to be 4 to 6. So I guess they like their crust. I'm not sure on the merit of this because I have not tried a whole lot of mooncakes. I tried some last year, and besides that, I have had one this year. I sneakily ate one at work. So what is the Mooncake Festival? The Mooncake Festival is a holiday celebrated by many East Asian countries, including China, Singapore, Vietnam? I don't know about Vietnam. And it is a time where many people, especially in China, will go home and visit their families. I know a few people that I work with have either gone home to celebrate with their families, or their families have come to Beijing to celebrate with them. Because if you also don't know, a lot of people living in Beijing aren't from Beijing. It's sort of like the equivalent of Thanksgiving for the US. So traditionally, the Mooncake Festival falls on the 15th day of the 8th month of the Chinese lunar calendar. Oh my goodness, that's such a mouthful. Traditionally, it falls on the 15th day of the 8th month of the Chinese lunar calendar, which tends to be around September or October time. So last year it fell at the very end of September, and we had 3 days off from work for it. This year it falls on October 1st, which is also the Chinese national holiday. And I am going to be celebrating with my China family, and we're going to Shanghai. I am planning on filming that, so please, please, please subscribe to my channel and look out for those videos if you're intrigued by Shanghai and what I might be doing in Shanghai. But with that said, let's get into this. So, this box is a box of mooncakes gifted from my work. Since mooncakes are very traditional, every year, every single person at our work receives a box of mooncakes. And I must say, the box for this year is very, very nice. I liked last year, but this feels a bit more reusable. So as you can see, a wooden box, and it's really, really nice. My friend was telling me that they are expensive mooncakes, so it's nice that we're thought about. So when you open it up, you should have 3 boxes. I should have brought the tea home with me. In the first box, there was a bag of meat, and I don't eat meat, so I just left it at work, and tea. I also left that at work because I drink tea at work. It was black tea, I believe, and then the next 2 boxes are the mooncakes. So before I try any, I'm going to show you what they all are, and maybe even tell you the flavours. So this is what the boxes look like. I'm not sure if that's going to focus. Each mooncake in this box is a different flavour, is a different colour, is everything different. There's 4 per box. I already ate one in the second box because it was red wine flavour and I was super intrigued by it, so I couldn't pass it up. Generally, you can tell if they're green, they're going to be matcha. This one, I believe, is red bean. So, as you already know, I am not going to enjoy this one. Same with matcha. I don't really like matcha, unfortunately. This one is a mango. I'm very intrigued by this one because I love mango. It's one of my favourite fruits. This is, I think, maybe milk tea or something milk related. I cannot remember. By the way, these do not have names on them. So if you don't speak Chinese and you have no one that speaks Chinese, it's pretty impossible to work out what you're eating until you're breaking into it, or sometimes even eating it. Some, when you break open them, you can see what's inside, some not. I think this is one of the ones where if you break inside of it, you can see. So this one looks, for my opinion, a little bit more traditional. This is an egg yolk or a salty egg mooncake. So I'm going to be breaking this open so you can have a look at this one, because I think the inside of this is going to be a little bit different. This one I think has some sort of filling maybe on the inside. I don't remember. Like a juice? Not like a juice, but like a puree maybe. We'll open it up and we'll have a look. You'll notice with every single one of these designs, they're super intricate. It probably used a mold, but there's a lot of attention to detail in how they're made, especially this one. Like I said, this one's very traditional. When I think of mooncakes, this is the one that comes to mind. And I'm thinking maybe when I go to Shanghai, I'm going to try one of their mooncakes if I see them, because unlike Beijing, they are salty and sweet. And I think lower down in the south, they are more salty, but don't hold me to that. Smells like pastry. Smells sweet. Okay, let's break this open. Yep, you can see. It smells a tiny bit salty, but mainly sweet. You can see the egg yolk in it, and to be honest with you, I don't think I'm going to enjoy it. You can see the crust. There's definitely not a 4:6 crust ratio, in my opinion. You can see the egg yolk. It just tastes eggy. So the taste is very much egg yolk. But it feels stronger egg yolk taste. It's not to my personal liking, but I do like these mooncakes more than I did last year. So I want to try a different one. I'm intrigued by this one that might have something in the middle. What is this? So it's like a jam in the middle. I can't tell you what that flavour is in the middle, but it's really nice. So the thing about mooncakes is if you don't like one flavour, there's gonna be 1,000 more for you to try. There's going to be different types, and it's not just flavours. There's so many different types. There's salty, there's sweet, there's ones with filling in the middle, there's ones with crust and egg. So if you ever get the chance to try mooncakes, I highly suggest it. They're a fantastic way to celebrate, and if I do say so myself, they'd be great with a cup of tea. They're a great way to explore some of the Chinese culture without having too much of a taste difference, because I know a lot of food here is spicy, a lot of food here is hard to get used to. These are not. It's just, if you like them, you like them. If you don't, you don't. Try a few and make up your mind. Oh, it smells so good. This is the chocolate design. And if I break this open, nothing on the inside. I like this. Weird thing is they taste very moist, but also a little bit dry at the same time. I can't put my finger on what makes it dry. Maybe they use like almond flour or something like that. Probably not. Before I ramble on and eat some more, I'm going to end this video here. If you watched to the end, thank you very much. Please subscribe if you're interested in my Shanghai videos. They will probably take a while to get up, but I'm hoping they'll be worth the wait. I'll be recording from tomorrow, the day before I go, right up until hopefully the day that I get back. All dependent. And we've got so many plans, so please do subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, do give it a like, and I'll link my social media down below. Thank you guys.